We know who that is, right? We know who that is. Okay? Now, here's where things get ugly. Okay?
This is Shanna Morrison, and she has just found out that her son is involved in the violent beating and murder of an innocent man.
Yeah, he's got part of his skull sticking out in the back.
What follows is a senseless killer whose explanation for what he did left every officer involved utterly speechless.
It was relentless. I mean, he just sat there and just kept chopping.
I killed somebody last night.
What the hell are you talking about?
What started as a routine crime scene in October 2022 would spiral into weeks of one of the most disturbing investigations Clearwater has ever seen, with hours of footage which has never been seen before, unveiling what truly happened that fateful night.
Do you feel any remorse? No, not at all. No.
Friday, October 21st, 2022. It's just after 12:30 a.m. that a woman hears a disturbing scream outside. When she checks, she finds something that horrifies her.
Water police, is someone there?
I'm here.
Hi, what's going on?
So I was at my house. I was down the street and I heard someone yelling. And so I came out here and there's something that does not look okay on a bicycle. I don't know what happened. And then these people walked up and said that they thought he might be dead. I don't know.
Okay, where's the person at now?
I'm across the street looking at them and they don't look good at all.
Okay, is he breathing?
I don't know. I'm across the street. I'm scared to go over there. He doesn't look good at all.
Said that he was probably beaten by golf clubs go.
Soon after this alarming call, officers arrive at 719 Mandalay Avenue in Clearwater Beach, Florida.
You may want to start out that way. I don't think we know what we have yet.
I got no signs of anything. I checked the pulse. I got nothing.
Is that a laceration, guys?
He's got a big opening in the back of his head.
Okay. Yeah.
I can't tell if he like crashed into the ground or.
Well, see the blood splatter on there?
Yeah, it was like splattered.
Literally going this way.
The victim is identified as a male, and unfortunately, he has no pulse. The bike next to his body, which is fully bloody, makes officers think this was an accident. The victim simply fell over and hit the ground at high speeds, causing his death. But officers will find that their initial theory is far from the truth.
We get one more here. I'll walk back. I wonder if he didn't hit his face on the sign and keep riding or something.
I'll go down there with you. I'll show you what I want you to see.
Okay.
I'm not saying that's the case. It's just...
Well, it's just weird. I mean, he has the back of his head, which I get from, if he fell and cracked his head.
But the front of
face,
yeah.
Like he wouldn't be bleeding on his face if he was laying on it.
And then obviously I believe he struck the fence.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you see facial injuries? I mean, I know it's real hard.
It's really hard. From where the blood's dried, it looks like.
130, 6'7".
It looks like there's like a lash right there across the cheek and over the bone. Looks like he's got a fractured eye. He's completely
So what we're trying to
discolored.
figure out is he's got the big head injury to the back, which I get from just hypothetically slamming
I just
the
don't know if
ground.
he fell off of his bike.
Well, that's what I was thinking, but it wouldn't cause the facial injuries like that.
It'd be one impact. It wouldn't be a bunch.
The injuries are devastating as the victim has a swollen left eye, an indentation on the left side of the face, and a big facial fracture. His skull is sticking out on the back of his head. If you were to see the uncensored footage, you would have nightmares for many days to come. It slowly dawns on the officers that this has officially turned into a murder investigation, and they take action immediately, surveying the scene and looking for evidence. That's when the shocked owner of the home at which the murder occurred turns up at the crime scene.
Hey, sir, how you doing? Sorry to have to meet you this late in the morning and under the conditions, but has anybody explained anything?
Nothing.
Okay, unfortunately, we have an investigation that's literally happening in your front yard. At 719 Mandalay, correct?
That's me.
Okay. Do you live there with anyone?
No.
Just yourself?
No, I don't live there.
You don't live there?
That's an investment property.
Okay.
I'm doing construction there. I'm going to be done.
I didn't realize. Okay. Is that house occupied currently?
No.
No tenants?
No.
Nobody's supposed to be there?
No.
Okay, good. Please understand, it's not that I don't want to tell you. I can't get into details.
Okay.
Do you have any video cameras?
Yes, I do. Right there in front of the ring camera.
Is it accessible?
Yeah, right now.
Can I ask you to do me a favor? can you not view it yet for a reason?
The homeowner is shocked to find out that a crime happened at his doorstep, but he still doesn't know the extent of what happened. Crucially, his Ring camera is operational and might have captured the incident, which is the exact piece of evidence that might give the answers needed. But when the man tries to pull the camera out, the officer stops him with the excuse of integrity. The truth is that the victim's body is so brutally beaten that the officer knows no civilian should witness this. Even more crucial would be the witness statements from Angelina Calkins, the woman who called 911 in the first place. Officers find her near the crime scene and hope to get a first-hand account of what happened.
We were sitting in my carport having wine.
Okay, and just so I have a visual understanding.
Like right there, that carport.
That one right there, I'm shine my light on, okay.
And I heard a car squeal, which sometimes happens here. And so I didn't even look up. I was like sitting in the back. And then I heard somebody go, and I was like, what? And then I heard, dum, dum, dum. Somebody go, oh, and I thought it was like a cat, honestly. And then I looked out and a car drove away. And then I was like, no, let me just go look, because I feel like I heard something. Maybe I'm just making it up. And then I looked across the street. White guys walked up, and they were like, oh, looks like that guy's dead. He must have been hit with a golf club. And I was like, what? There was a car, but I had no idea what it looked like. Like, it was just a car. Like,
could you describe the two individuals at all?
I didn't even pay attention because I didn't think anything
You
was
just saw
happening.
movement?
Yeah, I just saw two people.
Would you even be able to tell if they were white or black or Hispanic?
The information that two suspects sped off at the crime scene in a small car, coupled with the Ring footage and additional witnesses who saw the attack, might bring a rapid resolution to this case. But it wouldn't be nearly as simple and easy as it might appear. After a hard autopsy, the victim is identified as Jeffrey Matthew Chapman, a 49-year-old CEO of the consulting firm Alterity Financial Group, and a father of two. On the same day as the crime, officers spent the entire day collecting surveillance footage from Mandalay Avenue. What they found gave them a clear suspect. In line with witness descriptions, they tracked a vehicle camera by camera until they stumbled upon CCTV footage clear enough to read the plate. The vehicle was a 2014 Nissan Altima and was registered to 26-year-old Jermaine Adrian Bennett, a U.S. citizen born in Jamaica and employed at Insight Family Eye Care. It's at his workplace that officers will go look for him next.
So we're with the Clearwater Police Department, also with Hillsborough. Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah.
Does Jason Bennett work here?
Jason Bennett?
Yeah.
No, not supervised too. We have somebody with the name Jason Bennett? I'm looking now. Call Claudette real quick.
If you don't, it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Officers have no luck finding Jermaine at his workplace. But surveillance footage revealed another unidentified person exiting the vehicle at the crime scene, which would later prove to be very shocking for some to find out. Since Jermaine has no permanent address, officers head to his brother's apartment on Fletcher Ave in Tampa.
Hey, how you doing today?
Okay.
Hey, I'm with Christian Zara. I'm with Clearwater Police, Sergeant with Clearwater Police. I'm here at the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. Do you know your neighbor?
His first name is Jason.
Okay.
He works at a mental health facility.
Works at a mental health facility?
Yeah,
You
works
don't...
right down the road here.
Really?
I know. He told me he was. I believe I saw him. I talked to him earlier today. He told me he was working tonight because I noticed.
Okay.
I thought you're working days now because he'd been helping.
But he usually works, Jason Bennett, he works at the mental health facility right down the street.
Yeah. Okay.
But the next day, they come out to the same spot to find him, and Jason is not home again. This makes the police wonder whether he is hiding or if it's just a coincidence. What if he were the second man in the car? None of this is out of the realm of possibility. Soon after, officers visit Jermaine's workplace in Wesley Chapel to look for him. Instead, they find his boss, David Acosta, and it turns out that Jermaine clocked in at work just hours after the crime.
Was he here December 21st? So October 21st?
Yes.
Okay. What time, do you know about what time he came in the morning?
He showed up in the parking lot about 8:55 and walked inside around 9.
Okay. Could you describe what he was like in the morning?
Normal to say. Seemed like he was a little bit tired, but other than that, came in and did what he was needed to do as far as work.
Okay. Do you have any knowledge of his mental health status?
Just that I knew that he was on medication for stuff, and other than that,
Okay. Did he miss any work recently, or?
No, not recently.
Okay. Have you ever had any negative encounters with him? Aggressive, angry, or anything like that?
Not at all.
Okay. Do you know if he's had any problems with any of his employees here at all? Was he a substandard, standard, excellent employee? What kind of employee did he want?
I mean, I would say above standard.
Above standard?
Yeah, I mean, people liked him. Patients liked him.
And he maintained his employment for at least a year?
Correct. It was, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he was like right at a year.
The boss reveals that Jermaine is currently at work. His behavior is completely normal, and the boss claims that he is an above-standard worker who is loved by his patients. Officers wonder how such an exemplary, on-the-outside man could commit something like this, but the fact that he takes medication might provide a possible clue. As the lead detective approaches Bennett's office, he will not expect the confrontation.
Do you have any idea why I'd want to talk to you?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, what would be going on with your car that I need to talk to you about?
I don't know.
You're the one who uses the car, right?
Yeah.
Nobody else uses the car?
Yeah.
Right. You use the car daily?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else have keys to the car?
No.
Nobody else has keys to the car?
No.
So you have the sole possession of the car?
Yeah.
All right. Can I talk to you about last night?
Yeah.
What do you think I want to talk about?
I don't know.
What happened last night?
I don't know.
Okay. Did you go to Clearwater last night?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. It's a great city. We put a lot of money into it, so it's a great city. Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Where'd you go to Clearwater?
I just went to the beach.
Okay. Yeah. Where at on the beach?
Just Clearwater Beach.
Okay. Just Clearwater Beach?
Yeah.
About what time do you think you got there?
Maybe about 11.
11?
Yeah.
Okay. What time do you think you left?
Around 1.
About 1 o'clock?
Yeah.
Mr. Bennett, I see you getting a little tense there, right?
Yeah.
You have a huge weight on your chest. Please be honest with me. Why do you think I'm here to talk to you?
I don't know.
You were in Clearwater last night, weren't you?
Huh? Yeah.
And St. Pete?
No.
Just Clearwater?
Yeah.
And you're on the Clearwater Beach last night?
Yeah.
That was you?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think you want to know why we want to talk to you. There's a lot of cameras on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
An incident with the gentleman out there on a bicycle.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Mm-hmm.
Like I told you, there's flock cameras out
Mm-hmm.
there. And who were you with last night?
Myself.
Just you?
Yeah.
Nobody else?
Nobody.
Jermaine completely denies everything. According to him, he was in the area at the time, but he doesn't know about any man or bicycle. Ironically, if Jermaine claimed he wasn't in the car that day, he might have been better able to hide his involvement. But since he admitted to being in the car and multiple cameras and witnesses confirmed the car being at the crime scene as it happened, Jermaine immediately implicates himself. Couple that with his nervous demeanor, and you have a criminal who feels caught. But none of the officers will expect just how quickly he breaks down and devolves into insanity.
We're going to give you another opportunity to tell us who it was with you and what happened.
I'll call my brother.
I'm asking you what happened. Somebody's dead here. You give a if somebody's dead?
I do give a
You give a because it's dead by your actions?
I'm not a violent person.
What happened then? What went wrong last night?
This wasn't you know what, some guy hit me in a bar and I hit him back and things went too far. No, this was found somebody, targeted somebody, killed somebody, drove away. This is ugly.
That does sound ugly.
What's that?
That does sound very ugly.
It is.
Yeah.
And the evidence is mountainous. It's mountainous. And I have you say, no, I drove out to the beach by myself. How do you put that in front of somebody and have them take you seriously? To me, that sounds like, no, this guy's a cold-hearted killer. This guy is a cold-hearted killer. This dude is cold-blooded. There's not an ounce of sympathy. There's not an ounce of empathy here. This guy has no regret, no remorse. This guy probably enjoyed it. This guy's not sweating this at all. This guy's going to go out and do this again.
This is your opportunity. Right now,
I'm clearly nervous.
are you an animal I need to put in a cage? Or are you somebody that made a mistake or maybe something happened before this incident? That's what I'm looking at. And you know which way it's gauging? More like you're an animal that needs to be put in a cage.
For officers, this isn't a crime with any mystery. They know that Jermaine did this because they have footage and multiple witnesses. So for him to lie to their faces like this is unacceptable. This is exactly why they turn up the aggression until Jermaine finally starts revealing some details. But not even the experienced officers would expect what follows next.
I do give a Somebody's dead. You just said somebody's dead.
Because of your actions.
It wasn't because of my actions.
Then who was? Who was it? You were there.
It was society's.
How is society to blame for this, Jermaine?
Because it produces wickedness.
And are you the wickedness it produces?
We all are.
So you're part of that wickedness.
It's part of the culture.
That's called anger, okay? I'll call it for what it is. That's called anger.
I've been stepped on my entire life.
Okay. So what did this guy do to try to push him down the side of the road? What did this guy do to think that killing him would make your feelings of being stepped on change?
For once in my life, I wanted power.
Did you feel like you got any power after killing him?
No,
Okay. It didn't do anything.
it just felt empty. I've been waiting for you guys all day.
I know. I know that. I know from when we walked in. Like I said, this was overwhelming me to pull this out of you. Thank you for being honest with me. Okay? Have you ever done this before?
Never done it before.
Okay. Then why'd you do it last night?
Never done it before.
Where you lived to come to Clearwater, did you plan on killing somebody that night?
No.
At what point did the idea of killing him come into your mind?
Yes.
When you stopped him?
First of all, I didn't know he was dead. I thought he was beaten up.
Okay. But when you stopped him, before you stopped him, what did you think about beating him up?
I didn't think about it.
So your purpose was to beat somebody up because of society. Am I correct? Am I correct, or is that your reasoning?
It's dismaying that he even dares to joke when he's just confessing to the brutal and senseless murder of a person that had nothing to do with him and never even met him. After he confesses, Jermaine is taken away and transported to the Pasco Sheriff's Office. Despite the confession, Jermaine still hasn't revealed crime details, his true motivations, or who was with him. But another person did. One Jermaine didn't take into consideration, but was there. Plenty of work still awaited the officers while the criminal sat in the interrogation room.
What'd you do with them?
Throw them out.
In a dumpster and garbage?
Yeah, in a random dumpster.
Huh?
In a random dumpster.
Okay, so when you took
But I have the gray. I still have the gray shirt, but
where's that at?
I'm wearing it.
You're wearing it now?
Underneath there?
Yeah.
Is that the tank top you're wearing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The investigation starts with the chilling detail that Jermaine is still wearing the bloody tank top that he wore when he killed Jeffrey, which investigators would later inspect. He felt so remorseless, so comfortable and indifferent to what he had done, that he sat with the same tank top for hours, even while working with the very same patients who trusted him to care for them. Despite Jermaine's calm demeanor, officers will quickly realize they are dealing with someone completely cold-blooded and potentially crazy.
It's an important feature in this. It really is, and it's not something that, just like everything else, it's not something that'll go away. You know, it's gonna get discovered. Like I said, I'd much rather it be discovered from you putting it out there. You can take some ownership of that. Otherwise, it's going to be out there, and you have no ownership of it whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm trying to do. So who was the other person in the car? And I asked for your consent to go through your cell phone earlier. I'll ask again. Can I go through your cell phone?
No, you can't.
Okay.
Jermaine is completely uncooperative at the start of this interrogation. He both denies revealing the name of his co-conspirator and allowing the police to check his phone. For the investigators, this is not unusual. Most guilty suspects refuse to cooperate. For now, they will skip these questions. But as the interrogation goes on, they will use various strategies in an attempt to get answers.
I'm gonna say there was like a specific moment though. It was like a collection of moments that occurred over years.
Okay. And what made all of a sudden that time that, you know what, I'm gonna do this? Was there anything that made it just happen?
It was more of like, in that moment, profound jealousy.
Of that person or of a situation?
Of the area I was in.
Why did you ask him about the communist revolution?
Just to see if he was a proletariat or a member of the bourgeois class.
Okay, would that make a difference?
Mm-hmm.
So if he answered correctly, he wouldn't have got beat up?
Mm-hmm.
And what would the correct answer be?
I don't know. Just, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Just,
is there a right answer?
Yes, there's a right answer.
What is the right answer?
Being part of, just the working class.
While anybody has the right to a point of view in the world, to the officers, this explanation makes no sense of what an innocent man on a bike had to do with any of this communist explanation and why he had to die. As officers try to probe further, they will see just how disturbed Jermaine's worldview truly is, much more than they could have imagined.
I don't think it's that simple, but what if so let me ask you this. What makes you think that a middle-aged guy who's riding a bicycle is a member of the bourgeois class?
Neighborhood.
Are you a member of any communist groups? No, just on your own. And can you define for me what a communist is?
Just people that are not going to tolerate this capitalist system no more. That's to say we're not going to stand for the way the world is any longer. There's nothing that made him special.
A communist revolutionary. That's what Jermaine believes he is. But he is not part of any party, any movement, or any organized revolution. Yet he killed an innocent man as an act of revolution. As he recounts the story, the officers become visibly stumped. But the scariest thing is how he casually says that there was nothing special about his victim. This is not a satisfactory explanation for the officers, as it will not provide any closure to the family, so they keep questioning Jermaine.
So when you left your brother's house, did you decide you were going to do something like this, or?
No. I just had a whole bunch of negative emotions yesterday.
What do you mean?
I don't know, just every day is struggle.
Name one particular struggle that bothers you.
There's too many to count. I mean, lack of stability, lack of money, lack of mental well-being, a lack of a lot of things.
20 minutes have elapsed since the start of the interrogation, but the more the officers try to dig for a reason that he committed such a heinous murder, the less clarity they get. What's even more surprising is that when investigators visited Jermaine's mother, she seemed just as shocked as they were about to find out what her son had done.
Who does Jermaine hang out with? Because I 100% believe you're right. There was another person that was with him, but he's telling us that it was just him. When we have video of two people, so but he's saying nope, it was just me, and he's sticking to that, and we don't know why, but we're trying to figure out
why he's trying to protect somebody.
And here is the moment we hear this poor mother understanding that her own son had just committed murder, one of the worst pieces of news any parent can ever receive.
So you feel like he killed somebody?
He's saying he killed somebody, and we have video.
So he kills a person?
That's what he says.
That's what he tells us, and it's what the video appears to show.
So he killed a person?
I'm sorry?
That he kills a person?
Yeah.
Yeah? How did he kill them?
With a tire iron. Tire iron you use for changing a tire out of his car, and it's still in his car.
With the blood on it?
I haven't been in the car.
We just saw through the windows.
Yeah.
So you think his German killed a person?
There was somebody else with him.
I don't think his German.
And he is
adamant.
He is adamant that nope, it was just me, and he's not coming off of it, and we're trying to figure out who he would
protecting. He's protecting
to
somebody.
say he killed somebody.
No, German don't kill nobody.
But that's what he's saying, and we're trying to figure out who would he protect.
He's protecting somebody though. I don't know who it is, officer. German didn't kill anybody. I can tell you right now. No matter what. No matter what. That's not my kid. Cause German never. German is not a fight. We're not a fighting person. We don't have that anger. And German don't have to steal. Wonder why they stopped the man stealing or what? Well, you think he was stealing something?
Who, Jermaine?
Yeah, like what they stopped the man for? Why
we don't know.
It doesn't appear as for any reason at all.
This man was just riding his bicycle down a sidewalk.
And German just go kill him for no reason?
That's what it's looking like.
I can't deal with this, officer.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm very
God.
sorry.
I just fight cancer. Officer, I can't believe this. I tried so hard. I just thought to be a good mom.
It's a heartbreaking moment for the investigators to witness as Jacqueline breaks down, confronting the fact that her son had become a killer. It's this precise reaction by the mother that makes us question how Jermaine could turn into such a monster and throw away his life and take the life of another without remorse. But in the next round of questioning, officers start getting to the crux of the motivation.
Frankie Teardrop?
Yeah.
And what's that about?
It's a song about this man who, Frankie is 20 years old and he works at a factory. and he gets fired from his job at the factory, and he kills his 3-month-old son and his wife. And in the vocal inflection, there's like sporadic parts of the song where he gives like this death howl. And I don't know, when I was listening to the song, that scream started resonating with me.
Do you think that's a good thing that this guy decided to go home and kill his child, or in the song, or is that a bad thing?
No, it was definitely a bad thing. Definitely a bad thing. But you know, the problem is, in society, we can't detonate on the people who step on us. So someone else ends up catching the explosion. Every day, you know, you get stepped on. It's there's not like one specific thing, you know. I can't simplify it to that one specific.
Well, name one. Can you name one way you're getting stepped on?
Not off the top of my head.
While Jermaine pretends to be intelligent, referencing ideologies and philosophy in the way he speaks, he is anything but. The truth is that his general insecurities about himself and his dissatisfaction with life resulted in the dumbest moment of rage someone could ever have, spurred on by aggressive music. But as officers dig deeper into his convoluted psyche, they will find even more disturbing details.
Why wouldn't you pick on somebody that, you're saying it's unfair when people get stepped on, they can't detonate. Why wouldn't you find somebody that is willing to stand and face you?
If there was a bigger person, it would have been a bigger person. The person had nothing to do with the act.
In just 5 minutes, Jermaine has completely contradicted himself. He started by explaining his communist ideology and that he killed Jeffrey because he was part of the bourgeoisie. But now, the person had nothing to do with the act. It's this kind of behavior that frustrates investigators as they have to look the family directly in the eyes and explain why their husband and father is dead. But Jermaine is making a complete mockery of the case by saying contradictory statements.
Was this someone else's first attempt at something?
I don't know.
And was the incident in Clearwater your turn? How did that work out?
There was no turn taken. There was no turn in my turn.
But you were in St. Pete last night. You said
I was in the Clearwater area,
but never St. Pete.
I don't know if I know that I was in that general proximity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when you were in, say, the St. Pete area, were you alone, or was this other person with you?
I wasn't alone.
Huh?
I wasn't alone.
Okay. Would it be fair to say it's possible the other person got out and hit this other guy? Is that a fair assumption?
No, I was the only one who committed violence.
Okay. Did you hit the guy in St. Pete?
I did not hit the guy in St. Pete.
So how did the guy in St. Pete get hit?
But you got out, you did hit the guy in Clearwater. And with the tire iron.
The local incident that officers are describing happened on the same night. It concerned 79-year-old John Budenis, who was walking home from a bar when he was jumped at approximately 11:45 p.m. The man fortunately survived, but the attack broke his arm, tore off pieces of his skin, and he permanently lost use of 2 fingers on his right hand. And despite Jermaine's denial of involvement, John Budenis later confirmed that he was behind the attack. The man was lucky to walk off with his life, unlike Jeffrey.
On the floor, or is there some particular spot, or is there something he landed near?
Not sure, but it was...
Was it towards the street or towards a yard or something?
Yeah,
or
I think it was like towards a lawn.
A lawn?
Yeah, it was by a lawn, yeah.
Okay. And when he hit the ground, how many times did you hit him?
I didn't hit him that many times because, like, as soon as I saw the blood, I stopped.
Okay. What were you aiming for when you were hitting him? Arms, chest, feet?
That's the chest.
Just the chest?
Yeah.
Where do you think you hit him?
I must have cracked him in the face because I saw that, like, he had, like, blood coming from his nose.
And when you saw blood, you stopped? And left?
I stopped.
Okay.
Are we going to find any of the stuff that was in his pockets in your car? You know where that stuff is now?
I don't know what he had in his pockets. I didn't raid his pockets.
Okay.
The statement that he stopped as soon as he saw blood is almost a complete joke. As if you saw the unblurred footage, you'd see that the victim's injuries were truly brutal. But the true cruelty will be revealed as a man named Jeremy Bass saw the crime firsthand, and he revealed exactly what happened to the police.
When I walked out of my back driveway, I heard a little bit of commotion over to the right, and I saw where 2 guys had slammed on their brakes and chased that guy down on his bicycle. The driver is the one who pushed him into the fence. He was pretty quick. He caught up to him and pushed him into the fence, and I was like, oh, okay. And the other guy got out with a golf club.
So the driver gets, after they stop, driver gets out of the car.
Yes.
And actually chases somebody down on a bicycle.
Chases that guy down, yeah. He had a golf club, and he went over there and just blatantly was just beating him like this.
So
the golf club.
The victim in this case was already on the ground.
He was
because he'd
already
been
on the
pushed
ground.
Down? Okay.
Yes.
Did it look like he was fighting back?
No. After the guy was beaten the first time, he went back and got his car. He even stalled his car out because he didn't have any gear, and I heard the engine revving up and this and that. So he pulls back up right in front of where the incident happened, and he got out, and the passenger also got out again and then beat the guy again.
Okay.
And then I saw the driver go into the guy's pockets.
The driver did? Okay.
Yes. But he's the one who did all the damage.
Okay.
I sat there and just watched him do it over and over again. It was relentless. I mean, it was time. I mean, he just sat there and just kept chopping.
Okay.
And I just thought to myself, oh my God, I literally had my phone up against my chest so it wouldn't light up.
What Jeremy Bass describes is horrible, but it almost seems impossible when you contrast it with the short stature and calm demeanor of Jermaine. But the witness also described Jermaine's associate, who drives into the crime scene and helped push the victim off his bicycle. This is the exact person whom police need to find to get the proper answers they are not getting from Jermaine.
Any particular chat room or what?
What internet board did you meet him on?
Reddit.
Which is?
It's an internet chat group. I mean,
just general?
Yeah, general discussions.
Did you bring him from Pasco?
Mm-mm.
Did you pick him up in St. Pete?
Let me ask you, he's a friend though, right? And in your mind, you're standing up for a friend. When this initiated yesterday.
Two particularly disturbing things stand out here. First, the friend had nothing to do with communism, yet he was involved in the crime. If Jermaine's story about communism is true, this would not be the case. Second, they didn't even bother speaking about this, which is highly unusual for the violent nature of this case. They got out of their car without a plan, brutally beat an innocent man to death, and never spoke about it ever again, at least according to Jermaine's story. This makes the officers even more alarmed, so they will push for Jermaine to reveal the name of his associate.
I've asked you twice already. You said no, don't want me to go into your phone, but just advise I will be going through the process to do that legally. Okay. Is there anything in there that I should know about?
No.
Okay.
Lots of.
You care about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else in there I need to know about?
No.
Okay. Let me ask you this: what type of is on there?
Just regular I see on the internet and I screenshot.
Okay. Is there anything involving children at all?
No.
Okay.
Any snuff films?
Yes. No, I wouldn't keep that stuff saved, no.
But do you watch those?
Yeah.
How long have you been watching those?
Since I was a little kid.
And how do you get access to those?
Just the internet. Everything's on the internet.
Snuff movies depict graphic violence and gore that nobody normal would want to witness.
The only person I really hurt is myself.
How do you hurt yourself?
Just engage in self-destructive behaviors, go on and off my medications.
What medication should you be on?
I was recently, it's in my backpack. All my medications are in my backpack. I take sertraline and take sertraline for anxiety and depression. I take aproprazole, that's the name, for bipolar disorder.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah.
When you watch these movies, do you take joy in other people suffering?
No, I just feel distaste with the world. It does. The world's so bleak.
So, what does watching those movies do for you, like a snuff film?
I don't know, there's something like oddly intriguing about it.
Jermaine's taking of medication might explain his completely irrational behavior and jumbled state of mind. What he does throughout the interrogation is show quite a bit of intellectual arrogance, with his explanations given in a vague way, as if officers would never understand the depth of his ideology. If Jermaine were truly as intelligent as he tries to make himself sound, he would have realized that he is projecting his own negativity onto the world.
Do you feel any remorse?
No.
Not at all?
No.
What do you think should happen to you?
Lethal injection.
Okay, you don't think you did belong in a mental institution as opposed to a jail, or
I want a lethal injection.
that's what you want?
Yes.
During interrogation, Jermaine stated that what he did was wrong, but at the same time, he said he had zero remorse for what he had done. He simply appears not to care about what happens to him or to the people around him. One of those people is his own brother, George. Before he is officially arrested, Jermaine requests that officers call his brother so he can casually tell him about what he has done, just like he tells the police officers in the interrogation room. What follows is a tragic phone call that most people think is a joke, but in this case, it definitely is not.
What's up, Al?
Oh, yeah, what's up for, man?
Yeah, so I'm about to get arrested.
For what? What happened?
But you're probably not gonna see me again, dog.
Wait, what happened?
Good chance to be up front with them. I killed somebody last night.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah,
When?
last night.
Where?
Clearwater.
You're in someplace around, man.
I'm not. I'm at the detectives right now.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Who?
Some guy.
Why?
Yeah. I apologize, Al.
Are you serious, man? Stop playing.
No, I'm dead serious, Al.
Oh, man. Who have you told?
You're the only one that knows.
Where are you right now?
I'm in the back of the office at my job, about to get arrested.
Don't say nothing, man. That's crazy.
But I love you, Al.
Mine too.
I just hope that you guys don't hate me.
Well, I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, dog, this is the end for me, bro.
What happened, man?
Things just got out of hand last night. I just snapped.
Oh, man. So you're joking, man?
I'm not joking.
This is Detective Mills, Coder Police. He's not joking.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, man.
We have now seen the emotional reactions of both Jermaine's mother and brother. It shows that when he made that dumb decision, he didn't just destroy Jeffrey's life, he destroyed his own and everyone around him. While he is sitting calmly in the interrogation room and refusing to give a real answer or is straight lying, Jermaine is failing to provide closure for the victims and his own family. At this point, nobody knows why he did this, and he doesn't seem to care. Officers know the importance of real motivation, both for the court and the families. So with that heavy thought in mind, they continue trying to seek answers.
What are the books you write about?
Just my thoughts and views on the world.
Are they about killing people?
No, I mean, I was working on this new book titled that I had in my backpack called Porno for Suitors. It was supposed to deal with society's fetishization of violence.
In the backpacks in your car?
Yeah. I think you saw the book because, yeah.
Society's what, fetish with violence?
Yeah. We have guns, and even more guns. Everyone has a gun. Turn on the evening news, there's acts of violence. Just...
Do you think it's right or wrong?
The world shouldn't be a violent place.
We are starting to glean more into Jermaine's twisted worldview, and he reveals that he writes philosophical books in which he explains his distaste for the glorification of violence in society. But how he went from intellectualizing about the issue to concluding that the correct action is to murder an innocent person is a thought process that perhaps only he'll know. But in another twist in the story, Jermaine actually requests a lethal injection, something he actually requested earlier.
How do you feel about what you did?
I'm still processing that.
What do you think should happen to you?
I should get lethal injection.
You should get the lethal injection?
Yeah, on my birthday.
Is that what you want?
Yes.
Did you do this because maybe you're afraid of killing yourself and you wanted us to do it for you?
Yes.
The visible lack of remorse and vague explanations of why he did it might be a purposeful choice. If he appears like a cold monster who killed a random person in front of the court, he is more likely to get the harshest treatment possible, which is the death sentence. His desire was to die because of his existential issues, and his convoluted plan to ruin his life also involved ruining another innocent man's life.
If someone killed your brother and told you that, would you miss your brother?
Yeah, I would miss him.
Would you accept that as an answer?
I would have to.
Do you think that's a plausible answer?
It's not a satisfying one.
It's also probably not the truth. You speak about violence, and yes, society is immersed in displays of violence. How much society actually experiences real violence now in the modern world now here? There are plenty of other people between Wesley Chapel, okay, and all of Pasco County, and all of Pinellas County, and finally Clearwater Beach. There are hundreds of thousands of people along the way. Why there?
There's no one answer to that. There was no critical thinking.
Is it just opportunistic, or?
Part of it was being blacked out drunk.
Well, you said 4 beers, right?
Yeah, but I take psychiatric medication, so it makes the beers a lot more powerful.
Is there anything else that you think's important that you want to tell us, or maybe you left out, or something you want to say on your behalf?
Don't really have any grand declaration to make.
And there's no real particular reason why you did it, correct?
That's my hatred for the world.
Okay. And you decide just to take it out on a random person. There wasn't anything about this person that set you off. Have you ever seen him before?
No.
Had you had an incident with him on the beach?
No.
Jermaine appears completely calm throughout the entire interrogation, and although he did not deny what he had done or acted aggressively towards the investigators, it must have been one of the most difficult interrogations they've ever had to sit through. In 45 minutes of questioning, they extracted no cohesive information about his motivation and nothing about his associate. Jermaine was extremely cruel and gave no closure to the victim's family or his own. Neither did he show any remorse or even a glimmer of emotion. The only man who could now give any closure to the families was his associate, who was still at large. Investigators focused their entire efforts on finding this man. They need to act quickly because every second this monster is free is a second that innocent people in the community are in danger. The first place they go to is Jermaine's family, including his mother and father, who might know something more about this mysterious friend.
Are you able to talk again in private with us?
No, I have nothing more to say. I said last night, we have an attorney, we spoke to her.
Okay.
So they said...
We're not here to ask your brother or your son's involvement. That's not. We're more here to ask about who he may be hanging around with.
I have no idea. I told you last night, and I'm not lying. I don't know, but I told Jermaine, whatever he knows to comply. That's what I say.
If we know, have the slightest idea who that person is, that would be the first thing.
We would do
information.
For him and the other family.
Because we know the importance.
Despite the tragedy, Jermaine's family is very cooperative. Unfortunately, they do not seem to know anything about who the associate is, which is another dead end for the officers. In the next interrogation, the officers will not walk away with key information about the case, but with something much deeper.
I don't know much about the family. I know they live out on Clearwater Beach. Regular people. He was riding his bike back to his house.
I feel for them, I feel for they. I just can't bring.
I know. We spoke about last night. It's so outside of his character.
If that person is a friend to my son, and saw my son doing something wrong, and say allow him to do something that's not a friend. So I want him to come forward.
Absolutely.
Because the Bible said the receiver is just as bad as the.
And man, we have the same common goal there, okay?
Yes, because
if
you already told Jermaine to come forward. Yes, because if he see somebody, if I see somebody gonna do something wrong, and you're my friend, would you allow me to?
He said Jermaine.
No, you that's a stupid Jermaine. You don't like Jermaine. You know, I'm Jamaican. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
This reaction shows just how devastated Jermaine has left his family and how nobody expected him to do something crazy like this. The family does not provide anything beyond that, but Jermaine's brother, George, will drop a clue that finally gives investigators a chance to catch the killer's associate.
So, obviously, the reason why we're here, I know that your brother doesn't live with you. He lives with your other brother. Okay. We've been down trying to talk to your other brother, but he's not home. Okay. What we're really trying to find out is who are some of Jermaine's friends. I mean, maybe that you guys could help us out with. He didn't do this by himself, and we know that. So we're trying to get to the bottom of the other person as well. So I don't know your guys' feelings and thoughts on that, but that's not main. I'm just being honest with you. We are trying to get this other person.
Right.
So I'm trying to see if you know any of your brother's friends that might have been with him or anything like that.
Like, I don't really hang out with Jermaine too much or his friends.
Okay.
The only friend I do know that he has is a guy named Vaughn, and he lives besides my mother. But besides that, I don't.
Do you know Vaughn's last name?
No.
Do you know where he lives?
He's at the house to the left of my mother's house. Just one house to the left, but that's all I know.
Okay.
This is the same brother that Jermaine called earlier, and ironically, he has just provided the key piece of evidence that can close the case. After finding this out, investigators immediately find out that the man they are looking for is actually 18-year-old Savon Morrison. Before going to the Morrison household, investigators first approach the neighbors to find out what kind of young man they are dealing with.
There's always things going on with the house across the street. Yeah, and that house between the two. One is like an 18-year-old kid across the street. And I know he's been in trouble. And he hangs around with that guy all the time.
Okay.
So that's all I can really tell you. I don't remember seeing anybody ever. They stole some stuff. The neighborhood got like 5 or 6 cars stolen and it broke into. A week later, he was gone.
Okay.
The dad said he went to Georgia with his grandma. He came back in August, and he was woke up and stuck in jail for a while.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm not trying to profile, but that's exactly what it looked like.
Okay.
And I've been around. I'm old enough to know what that looks like. So,
yeah.
But that's all I can tell you. To tell you the truth.
The neighbor is correct because Savon Morrison was currently on felony probation for an armed carjacking and he had spent months in prison previously. This is crucial because this crime started with Jermaine and his associate breaking car windows. An arrest warrant is executed, and on November 1st, 12 days after the murder, police visit Morrison's home to arrest him once and for all.
Yeah, my name is Detective Reagan. This is Detective Mills, and this is Detective Remorse. I'm with Pasco Sheriff's Office. They are with Clearwater Police Department. We have a warrant to search the house. It's related to a case that they're working in their jurisdiction.
I'd like to see it.
Yeah,
We'll read it to you so you don't get possession, so we'll get a copy of it too.
And we'll read it.
So we need to get everybody to come out of the house. We're gonna clear the house, and then we'll read the warrant, we'll give you a copy.
You can do that now.
Yep, we're gonna do.
That's something.
We're going to do things
They have to
safely
cease
and
activity.
away from-
They have to cease activity now. This is the polite version of doing it. You're trying to be as civil as possible. So activity has to cease now. We have to bring everybody outside. We'll read the warrant. We'll proceed from there. That way we can get everybody back to their day. This is also St. Pete, and this is the clothing I'm looking for. I'll show you the next one because you know who this is. No? Okay, I'll make it simple. Same clothing. Same video. Matter of fact.
Go back to video?
We know who that is, right? We know who that is. Okay? Now, here's where things get ugly. Okay. I'll give you a minute to compose here because I know that is not something easy to address. Okay?
Now do me a favor. Back up. I don't need a chair. Just back up. Half the just back away from it.
Morrison is arrested that same day, and his mother's reaction shows the absolutely devastating consequences of his actions, not only on the victim's family, but on his own. But this case is far from over, as police have found out that Savon's 15-year-old brother, Shane Morrison, was also in the car and involved in the vandalism. CCTV footage shows him using the same tire iron to smash car windows just hours before Jeffrey's murder.
If Shane was not in the car when this happened, it behooves him to speak to me about this because he's holding a murder weapon an hour and a half afterwards. Okay. If he is in the car when this happened, I don't have him getting out in video. I don't have him getting out at that scene. I still need to talk to him about that. That reduces things quite a bit for him. That makes things a lot more manageable. I'm hoping to have a word with you here. By now you figured out why we're here. Okay, do you know why we're here?
I do not.
Okay. A week ago, a little over a week ago, I arrested Jermaine Bennett, okay, for first degree murder. Right? Your brother Savon was in the car as principal to that. I think Shane may have been in the car as well. Shane is already under arrest for principal of first degree murder. That's a capital offense. Death penalty or life without the potential for parole. Okay. Your younger brother, within an hour and a half of a homicide, is holding the murder weapon on another scene, smashing a window out. I really need to account for his presence, maybe to help him, okay? Call it what you want. I really need to nail down where he is and was in that, because other people are going to ask questions, and if they don't know, it gets labeled as a principal to that.
If Shane is proven to be in the car, he is facing a murder sentence. However, neither his mother nor brother can confirm where he was exactly at the time of the murder, which puts the kid in genuine suspicion of being complicit. Next, officers show the mother exactly what her son had done on CCTV footage.
Vaughn got out the driver's seat, rushed the guy, pushed him off the bike, okay, as Bennett came and clubbed him to death. They're both right there. Then he rifled through his pockets and left. They both left. So it's actually armed robbery and for principal of first degree murder.
That's a dumbass.
But that's not murder, is it?
That's a dumbass.
That's the worst he did.
He can face the consequence for that, but the other issues
I
are.
heard some dumbass kids.
Ooh.
Shane?
Shane?
Yeah. Where's that?
I said it. I think that's right.
KFC right around the corner.
Sir.
He's supposed to be working till 9.
9, should probably get home between 10:40, 10 o'clock. 9:47.
The mom is clearly frustrated as she realizes that she might lose another son to this tragic crime. The officers get the crucial information that Shane is coming back from work at 10 p.m., so they decided to wait for over 3 hours in front of the house. That's when Shane appears and he is immediately arrested. Instead of waiting, officers start interviewing him immediately and find out to what extent he was complicit, if at all.
Last Thursday night, you went out with Jermaine. You remember that night? Can you tell me what happened that night?
Yeah, he called me and just told me to be outside. Outside, he tells me to get my ass in the car. I do. It's just, I don't think nothing of it. And for some weird reason, he hands me what I think is a spray painted tire iron, and he says, "Get out and bust that window."
And who else was in the car when he picked you up?
I don't know.
How many people were in the car when he picked you up?
2.
Two?
Him and some other guy.
Him and some other guy? Was Savon in the car?
Savon, no.
It's important that we be honest about this.
He wasn't in the car yet.
Okay, so what time did Savon get in the car?
Like 5 minutes after me. I don't know the exact time, I'm sorry.
This is Jermaine, okay, on the 20th. And that's the tire iron that he had in the car. Do you recognize the tire iron?
I recognize the time.
Okay, is that the tire iron that you had later on when you were up here?
Yeah, but it's not spray painted.
Okay. Who's this guy? You recognize this?
I was about to say, yeah, that's Savon.
That's Savon, okay. What do you think Jermaine got arrested for?
I didn't know. I thought it was the same thing.
Okay, Savon got arrested. What do you think Savon got arrested for?
Violation of probation?
No. Well, that too, but Savon is in the car at that time in Clearwater when this man got killed. I saw it on video. Everything else? Okay. My concern is an hour and a half later, you're holding the murder weapon in your hand, smashing that pink car. You see how that looks bad?
Yeah, that looks real bad. I understand.
So now I really need to make sure time-wise where you're at, because I want to document this in a report.
I'm sorry, I don't have the exact timing.
Okay, but you're okay if I go through your phone and check the timestamps?
I mean, I don't think I have anything from that way.
Text messages, I'll pick you up. And there's other things I got magic, I can work with that. With your consent, I can work some magic with that. And, you know, my worry is an hour and a half later, you got a murder weapon in your hands. I don't have the photo in my car of you holding the tire iron, and the tire iron's got blood all over it from where they killed somebody an hour and a half earlier.
God, he tells me it was fake.
So if I go to your KFC employer and they tell me that you checked out much earlier, well, what?
No, they're not gonna tell you. I ain't check out any.
Okay. So you checked out at what time again?
Closing 9:30, 9:45.
All right.
Late.
Shane appears to be innocent, and the truth is that investigators never spot him getting out of the car in the CCTV footage. The only way to truly resolve this will be to confirm Shane's alibi at his workplace. But before this interrogation is over, Shane reveals something that completely changes the framing of this story.
Did they talk about what happened on the beach in the car? I'm sure they did, but what did they say in the car?
No, they never even mentioned going to the beach.
Well, it was pretty, you know, like I said, I got Bennett's cell phone. This is a pretty wild conversation going on. And I know that in the car, it got pretty wild. So what was mentioned in the car?
Nothing mentioned in the car to me.
In general, what were they talking about?
I don't know.
Were they keeping you in the conversation? You feel like keeping you out of the conversation?
Yeah. Like, Jermaine was talking to Savon, but Savon wasn't talking back.
What was Jermaine saying?
I don't know. He was just like ecstatic all over the place.
Like ecstatic panicky or ecstatic like I'm powerful or ecstatic I'm cool, you know?
Yeah, like you find a sense of power or something.
Okay. Have you ever seen Jermaine like that before?
No.
He must have said something about talking to Siobhan. Now, Siobhan's not talking back, which means Siobhan probably felt guilty for what happened, right? But here Jermaine is boasting about it. So if Siobhan's not saying anything back, that means that Siobhan felt bad. That's a good thing, all right? Obviously, Jermaine didn't feel bad. We know that from Jermaine's text messages.
Jermaine was just like, he was talking about how much power he felt like he had now. Like he felt strong.
Did he say why he felt like he had the power?
Said he hit something.
Hit something or someone?
He said hit that. That's where I was confused.
Did he say what he hit that with?
No. But then again, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I may have been a little messed up that night.
Jermaine was not this calm man who did not feel anything after the crime as he claimed, and his ploy to get the lethal injection was completely made up. The truth all along was that he felt powerful to have murdered, and he felt ecstatic after he had done so. He is a cold-blooded and dangerous killer, not a tragic man who was wronged by society. After gathering all the evidence, investigators continued to gather more until they had constructed the full picture of what had happened. On October 20th, at around 8 p.m., Jermaine texted his associate, "Wid, I need you. I'ma come pick you up. We're about to get ghetto." Roughly 30 minutes later, Jermaine picks up his associate, and they drive to St. Petersburg while filming themselves smashing a car window with a tire iron. At 11:45 p.m., they pull up alongside John Budenis, the senior victim, and they proceed to beat him up, but he gets out with his life. Then, roughly 45 minutes later, at 12:30 a.m., they spot Jeffrey Chapman on his bike. The associate drives up and both jump out chasing him. The associate is young and fast, so he catches up to the victim and pushes him off the bike. Jermaine proceeds to brutally beat Jeffrey with the same tire iron, and then he goes to the car briefly before coming back a second time and finishing him off. There is no reason for this heinous crime. But what's worse is that the text messages continue afterwards with exchanges like, "We did it. Legends. Lol, damn, they shut down Clearwater," followed by a picture of an article about the case. Jermaine's behavior might have been calm inside the interrogation room, stating that what he did was wrong, but the fact was that he was proud of it the whole time. On May 23rd, 2024, Jermaine Bennett was sentenced to life without parole. The police and Jeffrey's family never found a concrete reason for why the killing happened besides the twisted explanations Jermaine gave in his confession. Savon Morrison's trial opened on March 11th, 2026, and the prosecution wanted to charge him with first-degree murder. He was there at the crime scene, and although he did not swing the weapon, he drove to the scene, pushed the victim off the bike, did not stop Jermaine, and stole Jeffrey's possessions after the fact. On March 13th, the jury found Savon Morrison guilty of second-degree manslaughter and criminal mischief. This means that the now 21-year-old will be free to walk the same streets on which he aided the murder of Jeffrey Chapman after a maximum of 15 years, of which he had already served 3.5 before the trial. That must be a truly horrifying reality for the victim's family who lost their loved ones senselessly and now without justice. If you liked our production, subscribe and watch this video for an even more interesting case.